Hey everyone, welcome to TradinginDemand. Today I'm making a pretty fast, short video on just how I'm charting and what I'm looking at for the everyday that we're trading. I haven't been able to trade it as much because I am my job really holds me back, but we're gonna get through it. Before I get started, you guys can check out my Discord. It's TradinginDemand. The link for it will be in the bio. It's just where I post my journals, my morning plan. It's really a big old journal where you guys can also look at my resources and whatnot. Try to post anything I find useful. And yeah, check it out if you want. You don't have to. Just a consideration. But we can get started. So up here, this is a daily. So every day gets its own profile. And right now, we're just gonna put the current weeks, the current week. I'm sorry. Get these all set up because they deleted themselves somehow. So the reason I place these previous value area high, the weekly profile instead of the daily, is because if we move back into this range of the previous week, we can either reject it, move higher or lower, either way, or we can sit in it and just consolidate. And you see that from this week's range, we just consolidated all the time, and we try to break out, consolidated. But now in the current week, we finally were able to break higher, rejected the past week's value area high, and then we dropped down into this 4075 zone. Reason I make them so big is just because just what I feel comfortable with, I guess. And you can see we have the previous value area, the previous week extreme was down here. And you can see how the volume tapers off. And when we come down here again, the volume tapers off. You can't really see it. You can kind of see, like, if you compare it to here, there's a big gap in volume here. Not big, not like this one, which is what I like to see more. But it's still a gap in volume, kind of. What we are seeing on the daily is, if you look, we have on 212 or 211, 210. Oh, it would be. This was a Sunday. It makes a profile for the Sunday also. We also, yeah, and yeah. So we came down here on this edge, take it all the way to the yearly. These are both yearly profiles. You can see there's a gap in the volume right here. So we came and touched it once, twice, and yeah, just twice as now. I did miss the long with futures here because it happened at 3 a.m. and I'm sleeping. I could have placed a limit order, but what can you do? I am considering taking a call options here on a sim account, of course, at the moment, till I can fund that account. But yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're looking at. We can now get into the point of controls, the VPOCs, right here on the daily. We have a day VPOC right here. The reason I find these important is just because if we leave the point of control behind and we don't come back to touch it, it kind of can act like a magnet, and price will eventually want to get to the price that we traded they found most fair. This was the most fair price of this day. And buyers will eventually want to get this price back up here to test it and see if it's still fair to them. And I could possibly see a call option working here, moving up to here, and possibly rejecting. And what price is 4-1 right here. So we would reject the previous value low and drop down, possibly. I don't know. We could just fly right through it. the weekly, we've touched the VPOC, and I don't think we left it behind really, so I'm not really too concerned about this marking this one. But this one is definitely an idea that we can look to use as a target. Okay, so we got these two charts all charted up, looking good. Okay, now on this one, I start from the daily, move all the way down, and I already did the daily, so we're gonna do the 12-hour. Nothing new for me. 6-hour. If anyone knows how to make this load faster, it used to load in a second. Now it takes a little longer. I'm not sure how to fix it. But yeah. So we're on the 6-hour now. And I usually only like the mark zones that are up here and up here. Like the tops and the bottoms of the range. But this one seems okay to mark since we're on such a high time frame. It's more of a market drop, base drop, drop, base drop. It's not too bad. Now we move 4-hour. These take forever. I'm not sure how to fix it. One fix I know is to just wipe your Sierra charts and start over. Nothing here. Go here now. Yeah, if you guys want, the Discord is always open. We're slowly growing. We're slowly getting there. I have some cheat sheets. I have my trades and everything. I have been pretty lackluster on all this. Can't lie. I need to work better on it. But what can you do? And then nothing on the 3-hour. Gonna move to the 2-hour. Maybe I'll speed these sections up. Nothing here. Move to the 90-minute now. We're out of the hours. We have 1 hour left, but we're gonna get there. We're just gotta move through these loading times. I don't even have a bad computer. Nothing here. You can see how we moved. We dropped, and this kind of base. We dropped, and then we kind of just sat in the zone. Drop, base, drop. It's not really the most important area, I suppose. I would say it's actually not too bad. That's probably a pretty key level if we come back and test it, I would say. So, hold. Test, hold. Watch for a test to hold of the 4120 area. Not saying it's a trade if we get there, but definitely something to look at. Okay, now here you can just see more of that basing, but nothing new. We also have over here. I've been using a trading view a little more, testing it out, seeing it all. It looks nice. I like it. Not too bad. We'll get to that in a second after we get through this. You can see now more. You can see we had a drop base rally, and it kind of shows some type of resistance, but not really. Not something I'm too excited about. These load times take forever. Okay, now we're getting on the lower time frames. Bring it a little tighter. Yeah, you can see the drop, base, drop. It's really kind of getting more visible the lower we go. And this is our last one, the 15-minute. Usually this won't take so long. And I'm not recording this to be the best quality at the moment. Just recording it to record it. And I see nothing notable. So we'll get this all set back up. Move to the 1 hour, Control R. Nice. This one I can show you guys, I guess. Nothing crazy, just marking these weekly low volume nodes. And yeah, that's this. These two charts are just, this is a 5 tick and this is a 10-second. It shows me better how the market's moving. But now we can get started on this one. And over here on the trading view, what we're seeing is the S&P 500 coming down, testing this pretty key level, in my opinion. Like, we touched it all these times. So I would say it's a decent level to look for if you want a long. Let me there we go. Put this here. Pretty key level, I think. Also on the QQQ, we're hitting this not as key level. You know, we've touched it back here. We've touched it kind of through here and now here. So we can see we're both correlating. We're both moving down more the S&P 500, but not too bad. And while we're both dropping in the market, you see the dollar. The dollar is rising. I'm still new to looking at the dollar, but it seems to correspond with the market in reverse, kind of. Yeah. Is it an hour? Oh, we'll go an hour for this one. Make so everything lines up. All right, here we go. Yes, as you see, as we're dropping, it's rising. And same over here. This is this is supposed to be the VIX. Volatility index. A fear index. You see, as we're dropping, we're coming back to these levels up here, the 2220 area. This is shown before where we've came up, and every time we touch it, every time we rally up to it, we have been coming down here, and it kind of this is February 2nd. This would have been as we dropped down over here. Volatility increased, the greed increased, people started buying and moved up, and the market moved up while this dropped. And while we're moving up, we're dropping. So we can possibly look for this to drop while this moves up in reverse. These are basically reverse of these two in a way, not exactly. And if we don't actually drop, this could easily go up to 23, 24, this area. Because it looks like we're dropping, basing, and we could drop. Or we could drop, base, and then rally, like I said to the Davy buck. Possibly. We also have, let me erase this. And sometimes we also have these. It's an untested value area. Right. Untested, tested value area high. When we have untested value area highs and value area lows of certain zones, those can kind of act like the magnet too, testing the edges of the value area, seeing if it's going to respond like it, where, kind of like right here. No, it's not untested. Why does it do that? Kind of like right, I had one a couple days ago. I think right here, it was untested, and we moved from down here and we tested it. just how the market moves, just how auction market theory works. But yeah, I think that's all. Sorry, I forgot to move it over. But yeah, we have untested value high here. And sometimes these like to act like magnets. Like over here, we had untested value high. And it eventually came and tested, moved higher, found resistance, and dropped lower. But yeah, that seems to be it. You guys have a great day, and see you next one. See you in the next one. I don't know why I said there.